Would you hand over your home to a stranger's wild demands? The sun hung low over Lake Wisteria, casting a golden sheen across the water. My cabin nestled quietly at its edge. I'd come here to escape, to breathe, after years of high-stakes cases as the town's chief of police. The tranquility shattered when a sleek black SUV roared up my gravel drive. Out stepped Ethan, Karen's son, all swagger and entitlement, barely 20, with a smirk that screamed trouble. Karen, my neighbor, was a loud, meddling woman who treated the lake community like her personal fiefdom. Ethan, it seemed, had inherited her audacity. He demanded my cabin for a party, claiming his mother said I'd be cool with it. His friends, 3 of them, lounged against the car, laughing, already cracking open beers. I leaned against my porch rail, sizing him up, my badge tucked away in my pocket. "No," I said, voice calm but ironclad. His face twisted, like I'd slapped him. He stepped closer, voice low, threatening to make things difficult if I didn't comply. The air thickened, the lake's gentle lapping the only sound as his friends egged him on. Ethan's bravado wasn't just youthful arrogance. It was a mirror of Karen's manipulations. I'd dealt with her before. Her complaints about my unsightly cabin, her petitions to restrict lake access, her endless power plays. Ethan's demand wasn't random. It was her latest move, using her son as a pawn. I'd seen the pattern in my work, bullies hiding behind proxies. But there was something else. A flicker of desperation in Ethan's eyes, a tremor in his voice. I'd heard rumors. Karen's business was failing, her grip on the community slipping. Was Ethan acting out of loyalty or coercion? I asked him, point blank, why he needed my cabin. He scoffed, but his friends exchanged uneasy glances. One of them, a lanky kid named Jake, muttered something about Karen needing this to go right. The truth was unraveling. Karen had promised a big party to impress some investors, and my cabin, with its prime lakefront view, was her stage. Ethan wasn't just spoiled, he was trapped. The confrontation peaked as dusk settled, the sky bruising purple. Ethan squared his shoulders, doubling down. "You're nobody," he spat. "You'll regret this." His friends closed in, their laughter gone, replaced by a tense, predatory energy. My heart steadied. I'd faced worse than cocky kids. I stepped forward, meeting Ethan's glare. "You sure about that?" I asked, pulling my badge from my pocket and holding it up. The polished star glinted in the fading light. Ethan froze, his face draining of color. His friends stumbled back, beers slipping from their hands, splashing into the dirt. "Chief of police," I said, voice cutting through the silence. "You're on my property, making threats. Want to keep going?" Ethan's mouth opened, but no words came. Jake whispered something, panicked, and the group scrambled back to the SUV. But then, the twist. Jake turned, eyes wide, and blurted, "She's got my brother's loan tied up. She said we had to do this." Karen wasn't just scheming. She was extorting kids to save her failing empire. Ethan's defiance crumbled. He slumped against the car, the fight drained out of him. I could have arrested them, pressed charges for trespassing, intimidation. But I saw the fear in their eyes, the weight of Karen's control. She'd built a house of cards, lies, threats, manipulation, and it was collapsing. I told Ethan to leave, but not before warning him. "Tell your mother I'm watching. This ends now." They drove off, tires spitting gravel, the SUV's taillights fading into the night. I stood alone, the lake whispering behind me. Karen's schemes were unraveling, and I'd make sure they didn't hurt anyone else. The next day, I filed a report, tipping off the county about her shady dealings. Her investors pulled out within a week, her influence shattered. The cabin felt peaceful again, the lake reflecting a new dawn. I'd spent years upholding justice, but this felt different, personal. It wasn't just about stopping a party or a bully. It was about breaking a cycle, freeing kids like Ethan and Jake from being pawns in someone else's game. We all face moments where we can bend or stand firm. I chose to stand, not just for my home, but for what's right. The lake keeps my secrets now, its waters calm, reminding me that even in the smallest corners of the world, courage can ripple outward, changing everything.